not talented in almost anything. The one thing I know how to do is math, okay? Any other thing, put me in any other context, I'm like a disaster. However, I'm considered very smart because I'm good at math. So immediately, I'm considered super smart. Now, there can be a person talented in so many things, but they're not good at math. They're not, like often they won't be considered smart. Now, why am I saying it's a curse and a blessing? It's a blessing. It's nice to be considered smart. You know, people think you're smart. Thank you very much. However, the curse is that because that's the case, I think that's why people fear math. People fear math because if you're not good at math, you're considered like you're stupid or something. And so people are like, people become kind of hesitant. That's a big problem. I think understanding math is one specific talent among a gazillion others. You can be good in music, you can be good in art, you can be good in literature, you can be good in math. It's one out of a million. And it doesn't say anything about anything else except that whether you have this technical ability or not. First, if we had that understanding, I think people will not be so scared of math. That's the first step. In addition, I think that's the main inhibitor, actually, in my opinion. You know, we have that in Israel with English. If you don't speak English well, you're considered like you're not smart. And then whoever was not trained very early on in the language tend to not talk. Like as soon as people start speaking, they run away because they're scared of being judged. That's a problem, and I think that's happening in math. So that's something that our culture needs to change. In addition, I tell that to high school students, and also great when I go to my kids' school, to teach the kids or to just talk to the kids. I always say that, it's important to understand it says nothing if you're good or not good in math, whatever that even means. Second, I think teaching math well is not easy, and especially for older children, even for younger, they teach it many times in a boring way, and so kids get bored. So I think teaching math well is often more difficult than teaching other, when you read a story, everybody enjoys a story, good story. When you teach art, people try, there's something more natively easy to do. Math, numbers, it sometimes requires more, it's a harder task to teach. So it's often it's easier to teach badly. And I can say more and more how I think it can be taught better, but it's a longer answer. But I think the two obstacles are better teaching and the lack of getting rid of the people being scared of being judged because they're not good at math, whatever that means.